The Board of County Commissioners approved the fiscal year 2016 budget on June 8th. County Manager Amy Cannon is here to tell us about the budget and some of the initiatives for the new fiscal year.
The adopted budget for fiscal year 2016 totals countywide $526 million. The general fund total is $319.4 million, which represents an increase of $4.5 million or 1.4% from last year's adopted budget. The tax rate to support this adopted budget remains at 74 cents per hundred, and 1 penny on the tax rate will generate $2.2 million in revenue. I'd like to share some of our revenue assumptions that were included in this adopted budget. Ad valorem taxes, as you know, makes up about 54% of total revenue in the general fund. Ad valorem taxes are budgeted at $168 million. We've projected natural growth in our tax base of $3.2 million or 2%. Motor vehicles under the Tax and Tag Together initiative totals $15.7 million in the adopted budget. Fortunately, our sales tax has rebounded from last year when it declined due to sequestration and the federal budget furloughs. Sales tax makes up over 12% of the total revenue in the general fund. This year, we've projected an increase of $2.2 million for a total sales tax budget of $39 million. In addition, we have appropriated approximately $7.9 million of our fund balance or our savings account. As you know, Cumberland County, our state, and our nation have faced unprecedented economic challenges. Increased demand for services and increased operating costs continue to outweigh available revenue. We still face many uncertainties in our local revenue stream, General Assembly action, military troop strength, and federal spending. This adopted budget has been developed to support the board's strategic goals and objectives, to maintain our core services, and also to honor the fiscal policies previously adopted by the Board of Commissioners. Most importantly, this budget was based on the question of financial sustainability in the future. Our challenge is to match increased demand in services with the goal of providing our citizens with excellent customer service and balancing that with financial sustainability in the future. Our focus in allocating our resources in this budget year was first, to allocate funding in support of the strategic plan, continue our rich mission here in Cumberland County of providing quality services, but also being fiscally responsible. In addition, we attempted to address some of the increased demands in services. And also, most importantly, we allocated funding to the extent that we considered it financially sustainable in the future. We developed 4 funding priorities this year: investment in our workforce, customer service, infrastructure, repairs and maintenance, and technology. Our first funding priority is in the area of our workforce. Our county employees are the county's greatest resource, and as such, we've included $2.3 million for a 3% cost of living increase for our county employees. This was a top priority that was established by the Board of Commissioners many months ago. Our continued emphasis on employee wellness further demonstrates our commitment to our county employees. Wellness programs are a strategic investment in that it improves the overall well-being of our employees. We've continued to develop creative programs that may bring about positive lifestyle changes. The bottom line is that the welfare of our employees continues to have an impact on the county's success in the future. I believe that our goal should be for our county employees to be a model or a catalyst for the community of positive lifestyle changes. Our second priority is customer service, and as such, we have appropriated $100,000 for homelessness. This was an initiative or a top priority identified by the Board of County Commissioners and also the City Council. As such, we'll partner with the city and we will address this issue appropriately as a community issue. We began this coordinated effort in May with an informational meeting for the City Council and the Board of Commissioners. That meeting revealed a need for a position to coordinate the many resources that are already available in our community for the homeless population. In addition, we need to identify the additional needs of this population and also work on resource referral. In the long term, we need to develop coordinated case management and consider the establishment of an intake center. The bottom line is that we need to develop a plan or a strategy for the homeless population. A second part of our customer service includes 15 new positions that have been funded in this adopted budget. All of these positions have been added due to increasing demands in customer service that cannot be addressed in another fashion. 8 of these 15 new positions are related to public service. 4 are in the 911 call center, and 4 are also new detectives for our sheriff's office. Last year, we set a goal of proactively funding and maintaining our county infrastructure. We procured professional evaluations for our parking lots, our roof systems, and the building envelopes. This professional evaluation identified a long-term, multi-year need of repairs in the amount of $9.7 million. In the first year alone, $3.6 million of needs have been identified. To give you some perspective, the county embarked on a building replacement and renovation program from 2000 to 2014. During this period of time, the operating cost for Cumberland County increased over $15 million due to these major building renovations or replacement. Based on the significant dollars that have been identified in these multi-level evaluations, we have recommended an installment financing to fund the first 3 years of this program to place ourselves in a position of being able to catch up on these much-needed repairs and maintenance. I believe our focus needs to be on maintaining our infrastructure, and any new building or renovation projects should be delayed and should be further programmed into our multi-year CIP document. Our final funding priority is in the area of technology. Over $800,000 has been appropriated for computer network upgrades, software, the final phase of our phone transition to voice over internet protocol, and also to replace computers in several departments, including the self-service terminals that are used throughout our library system. Finally, I'd like to tell you about some of our ongoing technology solutions. First of all, in the area of document imaging, this has been a multi-year project to implement document imaging in our Department of Social Services, Child Support, and Veteran Services. This first phase will be complete in December of 2015. Our second major software conversion is conversion of our finance, human resource, and benefits software. We just had a major kickoff in May to begin this 18 to 24 month transition. Both of these software packages will create operational efficiencies. It should reduce our reliance on paper and reduce redundancy, but also enhance customer service to our citizens. Finally, I'd like to tell you about a new division that's been created in our Department of Information Services. It's called our Enterprise Solution Division. This new division has been created to review the business processes in the new document imaging software and our finance and HR software. The goal is to make sure that our business processes are appropriately aligned to achieve the operational efficiencies inherent in these new software technologies. Other budget highlights in the area of education. This year, we increased the funding to our Board of Education $911,000 for a total current expense budget of $77.8 million. In addition, funding to Fayetteville Technical Community College has increased this year almost $500,000 for a total funding of $10.1 million. Other budget considerations include discussion regarding our Solid Waste Enterprise Fund. We've appropriated $8 million to construct landfill cells number 9 and 10. In addition, we've appropriated $4.6 million to close some of our earlier cells 1 and 2 and 3. Over the course of the next year, we recommend that we begin a review of our $48 landfill fee. This fee was established in the early 90s. Since that time, operational costs have increased dramatically. Over the course of time, our landfill is going to struggle to maintain operations on a fee that was established over 20 years ago. Last year, I ended the budget presentation with this conclusion about our philosophy moving forward. Our philosophy should be to define our core functions, to develop a more efficient organization, and to emphasize technology as a way to provide excellent customer service. We need to review our operations and develop solutions to streamline our service delivery. That philosophy holds true today, and I believe our pathway to streamlining our organization is through business intelligence. This is not a new term. Business intelligence is simply this. It's the tools and techniques used to review data, to identify and develop and create new business opportunities. Business intelligence will help us to maximize our existing resources, to address those gaps in customer service, and to begin to be able to respond to increased demand for services without always adding new positions. Business intelligence provides the objective approach that we need to review our business processes to help us to work smarter and create these efficiencies. Earlier in the presentation, I talked about the Enterprise Solution Division. And I said that that division was created mainly to look at the business processes aligned in the document imaging and financial and human resources software. During this adopted budget process, we actually added 2 new positions to expand that focus beyond the business processes related to those technologies. Again, we believe that reviewing all of our county business processes is critical in streamlining our operation. I believe that we can create a partnership between this new division and all county departments through a commitment and a buy-in to provide excellent customer service by creating efficiencies. In addition, under the business intelligence model, we plan to create a 6-member business intelligence committee that will review all the recommendations from our Enterprise Solutions Division. Those recommendations will then be reported to the Finance Committee of the Board of County Commissioners. Once again, this budget has a 1-year funding focus, But I would ask you to look at this from a broader context and look into the future. Financial sustainability does continue to pose a challenge as our revenue environment remains very constrained. We're continually faced with an increased demand for services. I believe our path to financial sustainability and providing excellent customer service is embracing the business intelligence methodology and to begin to look at our business processes to create internal efficiencies that make us a stronger organization. The mission of Cumberland County government is to provide our citizens with excellent customer service through our core values of professionalism, respect, integrity, and diversity. We should never lose sight that customer service is at the heart of what we do each and every day and who we are.